It is Friday, baby. Friday. Friday, April 30th, last day of April 2020. We are chilling out. We watched obviously watched the draft yesterday. Almost had a brain fart epiphany kind of thing. But yeah, so, what were the takeaways from the draft? We'll talk about a little bit about it. We'll get into the second and third round is today at about 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. for us West Coast people out here on the West Coast, West Side, whatever you want to call it. The best side, the wrong side, the dirty side, the shit side, the who gives a fuck side anymore? Does it really matter anymore? I mean, it seems like every day, and this is not a sports rant, this is just a life rant for a second. And I know, YouTube and all that, they don't want you to talk about certain things and people want it, but I'm tired of it. If you don't wake up and see what the hell is transpiring, and you don't realize the things that are coming down the pike, and seeing these things and paying attention or whatever, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't know what to tell you because I'm sorry, nobody's coming to save you. Jesus ain't coming to rescue. God ain't coming to whatever. Fucking rescue rangers ain't coming to rescue you. You got to save yourself, your family, your friends. You have the responsibility. But we live in a society where everybody lives in this delusional and thinks that, we're in this COVID thing. Is COVID real or fake? I don't know. All I know is it's like a biometric. To me, I'm saying it's a biometric. It's a weapon, and it's been unleashed. And people are taking these supposed vaccines that supposedly some people aren't having symptoms or whatever. But there's other things about them. There's scientists. There's doctors speaking up about how these are causing people to have weird things. People that are getting these supposed vaccination shots. It's a thing called they're shredding. That basically they're now the carriers. They're now basically emanating the virus. Joe Rogan's gone on there. He had a Washington Post man go on there. Basically, the man that's sitting up in the White House right now, and I'm not talking about Mr. Joseph R. Biden. I'm talking about Mr. Fauci. This man, I don't know why this man isn't behind, isn't thrown into a freaking having Nuremberg trials for this man, because this man, in my opinion and what I've seen, this man has the responsibility and should be held accountable for his actions. Now, if you don't know and you want to believe the mainstream media and all the bullshit lies, it's like some people that try to spew out the pulpits and try to tell you that Jesus is real, and they're really pandering to the whatever agenda they want. You know, we as people are being under attack. It don't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Latino, you're Asian, you're heterosexual, you're homosexual, you're whatever. There's an attack on us. But some of y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all want to think that everybody's hysterically all believing fucking conspiracy theories. Meanwhile, every day things become crazier. People were out in the streets whacking people, but you want to take away gun control. But guess what? All these Democratic ran states like Chicago, like California, like New York, there's more people dying every day from gun violence and by illegal gun sales and by whatever than anything. But you people and the rest of all these other people come up with a different conclusion and live under this whatever the delusions of grandeur and wonder why we're in the state that we're in. We're not going to get peace. We're all going to be dead because either vaccination did us in or didn't do us in, or somebody let us starve to death like they're doing in the third world countries like India right now. Oh, but it's COVID killing them, right? No, it's malnutrition. If you don't have your body's not healthy enough to fight off disease, you die of malnutrition. They won't tell you this because the doctors don't care, because the doctors are signed to big pharma. And guess what happened in Prohibition? What happened in Prohibition? That's have a history lesson. What did they do to the alcohol? They knew everybody loved alcohol. They poisoned the alcohol and people died from it. And then cast it as, oh, this is bad. Those are the same people running this sale asylum. The inmates are running the asylum. But most of you don't want to have red flags. You'll copyright strike my channel for actually speaking the truth and actually trying to, get it out to people. Because half these people in this world today are brain dead. Literally, we're brain dead. We're brain dead because we don't want to be enlightened ones. We want to be the somebody's got to tell me it's all right. Somebody's going to take care of me. And that's the wrong answer. Wrong, 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 wrong. And shame on us. If we don't stand up what's for right and what's for good for all, not for a portion of people, not because these people been pimped for so many years, and let's give them reparations for all their all their pain and suffering. Now, if you just want to take money because of your pain and suffering, you're a fucking idiot. And you deserve to be took. You deserve to be shook down. You deserve to get what you get. You get what you get and don't bitch. And that's where we're at in society. All you people wanted Mr. Trump out, thought he was the worst person in the world, and now look what you have. But you don't want to admit to that, right? You don't want to admit that, well, it was because of his fault. It's because Donald was the one that he laughed at and he mocked at this thing. And Meanwhile, Dr. Fauci under Barack Obama had these little, had it in North Carolina, North Kakalaka. Then he shipped it off to ding dong, China. Now don't sit up in here and talk down to people when you people don't know a goddamn word or nothing. You're just a fucking puppet. Someone's got their hand up your ass and moving your mouth. Because that's what's happening. A lot of people are allowing those to be in power, these demons, these demonic people, these fucking fucked up, crazy lunatics. You're letting them teach your child. You're letting them program you. You're letting them do this to you. And you openly make this choice. So those of us that are awake, should we feel bad? Should we have to just now we have to feel bad for these people? No, everybody makes a choice in life. I don't give a shit if you're fucking if your mind is working right or it's not working right. End of the day, you make a decision. You make a choice. You make a choice who you like, what you say, how you do it, how you put on your shirts, how you put on your pants. Everybody makes a fucking choice. But nobody wants to take responsibility for the choices and their actions and all this other shit. But you will go to jail for bad choices and decisions. But all these other people can kill 1,000 people, can get away with bloody murder, and still walk around in society and have no chains or shackles and chains or whatever. But you and I will have those. Now, where is the problem? The problem is people don't care enough, and that is the problem. Because when people are going to care, it's going to be too late. And we've all seen history. We don't want to be history, but obviously it's going down that path again. And my only hope is that we will survive and we'll get past this, and all these people that had some way of fucking this world and screwing over people and having a mass genocides on the on greater levels than Adolf Hitler and Mao Zedong and all these other crazy fucking crackpot murderers dictators. How does the dick taste, guys? How does it taste? Because a lot of y'all are sucking it and loving it. You're sucking from the bosom of liars, outright pedophiles, outright all the people that you say and all these churches. People think, well, you might want to check some of your churches too. Because some of these churches are sun worshippers. They worship the devil. They worship the sun god. They worship Ra. They worship the Roman paganist things. Because basically, Constantine, he mixed Catholicism and Christianity with paganism. And that's what we have today as the grand old Christianity church. Now, they don't want to tell you that because they're all a bunch of suckers. They lied upon God's word, continue to distort God's word, and manipulate those people in our society. And those of us that continue to regurgitate this stuff and take it in and actually believe this and have this as our hope of faith, you're not following religious. You're following cultists. You're following the Jim Joneses of the world. You're following the Charlie Mansons of the world. And that's what these people want. They want helter-skelter on a freaking crazy level. But y'all don't want to admit that to yourselves because, at the end of the day, it's hard to fathom. It's hard to believe. It's hard to understand that's happening. But we all know that because we see it going on in our neighborhoods, in our towns, in our cities, in our states. The continual browbeating of lockdowns, of wearing masks. Now on the record, basically ain't gonna save you from this disease. It's gonna basically shorten your breath, and basically you're gonna suffocate. You're gonna die. You're gonna lose oxygen. And then you wear these masks. Where were these masks actually from? Mass produced from China. Where did this supposed stuff come out of? A Wuhan lab out in China. Now, do I blame the Chinese people? No, I blame their stupid ass government, just like I blame my stupid ass government for allowing us to believe that all these vaccinations are working when on record most of some of these vaccinations have been banned in countries. But it's okay, right? All in the name of safety, and if you don't get stuck with it, you're the bad person. But nobody's looking at the people getting stuck because you have an autoimmune response in your body, okay? And when you're injecting shit in your body that maybe start fighting your body, start fucking you up, and wonder why these people got. And I will still stay on the record. Hank Aaron passed away. I mean, not because of he had a heart attack, and DMX, he was doing dope all night, and he had a heart attack and he died. No, he fucking took the vaccine, and then he had a reaction. There's people having reactions. You can see videos. Don't fucking believe the mainstream media, ABC, fucking Peacock Network. It don't matter. Fox News, it don't matter. CNN, MSNBC, they're all fucking mouthpieces for the government, for the establishment to be. But some of y'all, keep on, thinking, you know what Nazism is, you know what racism is. You don't know a damn thing. You're a fucking fool and stupid. And I don't care if this video gets knocked off or whatever. I'm tired of holding my tongue for you fucking foul people that sit up here and spout your bullshit. That hurts us more than all the people that are trying to say good things, but you demonize them as bad people, conspiracy theorists. How much farther are we from these concentration camps, the New Age concentration camps? And look at France. You go go see what's going on in Parlez-vous français? Yeah? The generals are coming out and saying the country is going to break into civil war because it's being flooded by illegal who? Illegal Muslims. Muslims that, aren't the let me just say, I don't hate Muslims. I just say there's a lot of radicalized Muslims, just like radical Christians, and like radicalized everybody else. And they're going on and they're beating people up in France, and the stupid puppet, the Manchurian puppet, fucking the president over there, he's an idiot, basically said he'll arrest the military if they even go out and try to stop these people and save the people. You can't make this shit up, people. You can't make it up. It's going on everywhere. You think it's happening in the shitty-ass racist United States of America? No, it's happening worldwide. All by design. This is to bring us all into the new world order. No longer will we be sovereign states and sovereign countries. We're all going to be one lock, stock, happy fucking family. And if you don't believe that, well, I don't. You can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, okay? I'm telling you, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to be. You can be delusional, you can be stupid, you can be misinformed, misinterpreted, but you can't play dumb. Tired of no, you don't get to play dumb. No, none of you people that try to placate with the evil or try to, oh, well, we got to go along with the lesser of two evils. Well, I'm sorry, I don't like dealing with the devils, okay? I don't like making deals with devils. I don't like making deals with demons or any of that type cop bullshit. Demons, liars, scumbags, carpetbaggers, fake snake oil salesmen. It don't matter what. I don't like those people. These are the people that continue to push the race agenda. They continue to push the one, you gotta have one child policy. And this is mass depopulation on a big scale. And they're getting away with it because what? Everybody's afraid to go outside. They're afraid to say anything. And some of your neighbors are like the Stasis. They're calling the police on you. They're calling the government. They're tattletelling on you. And it's all by design. It's to get you. It's as much as we domesticate animals is what is happening to us. We've been domesticated. We have been domesticated. Men have had their balls chopped off. They've had their dicks cut off. Women have had the same shit. But everybody wants to sit up here and talk about the NFL draft and all this other bullshit. Hey, one day we're going to wake up and you're not going to even realize what world we're living in. And at that time, it is too late. It is too late. It's too late, ladies and gentlemen. I know I come in here and talk about podcasts, but some days I'm just tired of this shit. And if you ain't tired of this shit, I don't care. You could just follow me, do whatever. I'm not here for your fucking support. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm just here to try to live and survive in the world with everybody else. I'm not trying to be master of this domain. I'm just trying to live in this world and be a part of a functioning society that can work together and stop having these issues that keep on coming up that haven't been addressed. And they continue to use these issues and all that. They eat and eat and eat off our communities. But what do we do on our communities? We don't give a damn. We eat and eat off each other. We fight each other at the end of the day. We fight each other at the end of the day. And who wins in that battle? Nobody does. I've been to war. I was a military soldier. United States Army. I went to fucking Iraq. There was no damn weapons of mass destruction. Bunch of fucking lies. Lies and deception. But all you play into it like it's okay. And I can't sit back here any longer and say that it is. And people can agree with me or not agree with me. I'm not here to fucking argue points. That is beyond it. We're past that. We're in tyranny. And this is just the scratch of the surface. So I'll sit here and talk mindless football and everything else with you guys. But when my spirit feels I'll be off the grid. I'll be off the fucking grid. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear what I'm saying right now, but I don't give a fuck. You could be stupid and you could spout all the bullshit you want on your channel and you could talk all the delusions of grandeur all you want. But the reality is the reality. No matter how you interpret it, how you want to. But that's not how I see it and everyone else. Because there's other people like me. I ain't lying down. I'm not lying down. I'm not lying down. You can lie down if you want. You can lie down to these people. That's up to you. Don't come crying for Kenny's help or anybody else's. Because you know what? I'm not giving you help. Those of you that choose the opposite side of me, may God be with you. Because you're going to need it. Because you're going to need it. All right. Now that I've scared off everybody. Tonight, we have the NFL draft. We have the second and third round. The second round starts off at pick number 33 with the Jacksonville Jaguars, then goes down to the New York Jets. Then we have the Atlanta Falcons. We have the Miami Dolphins. We have the Philadelphia Eagles, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Carolina Panthers, the Denver Broncos, the Detroit Lions, the New York Giants, the San Francisco Santa Clara 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the New England Patriots, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals, the Miami Dolphins again, the Washington Football Team, the Chicago Bears, the Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Seattle Seahawks have their first pick of the draft. The Los Angeles Rams also have a first pick of the draft as well. Kansas City as well. And then we have the Cleveland Browns. We have the New Orleans Saints. We have the Buffalo Bills, the Green Bay Packers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to end out the second round. Then we start with the third round. Starts off with the first pick of the third round with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then the next pick after that goes to the Minnesota Vikings from the trade they got from the Jets last night. They get the Jets pick there. We have the Houston Texans. We have the Atlanta Falcons. We have the Cincinnati Bengals. We have the Philadelphia Eagles. We have the Denver Broncos. We have the Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers, the Washington Football Team, the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, the Los Angeles Chargers. We have the Minnesota Vikings again. We have the Las Vegas Raiders picking back-to-back picks here. Then we have the Miami Dolphins. We have the Washington Football Team. We have Chicago Bears. We have the Dallas Cowboys, the Tennessee Titans, the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, that'd be nice if we can get him. James Steelers here. All right, so Steelers. All right, and then we have the Rams. We have the Browns. We have the Vikings. Wow, we got a lot of third-round picks. The Vikings do, so that's good. You see a lot of picks in the third round for my team. We got the Cleveland Browns. We have the Green Bay Packers. We have the Buffalo Bills. We have the Baltimore Ravens. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champs. We have the New England Patriots. We have the Los Angeles Chargers. We have the New Orleans Saints. We have the Dallas Cowboys. We have the Tennessee Titans. We have the Detroit Lions. We have the San Francisco Santa Clara Niners. We got the Los Angeles Rams. We got the Baltimore Ravens. New England, and to end the third round, we have the New Orleans Saints here. So, obviously, obviously a lot of teams are going to do a lot of damage. Obviously, Seattle and the Rams will have their, and then obviously Kansas City, they didn't have a pick because they traded, obviously. And so, there's definitely a lot of talent still available on the board. Let's check in here. Let me see if let's look at to see. All right, sorry, I had a second. Don't want to get copyright infringed. All right, so let's see. We got the best available talent here. Obviously, got Jeremiah Owusu Karama, linebacker from Notre Dame. We have on Morig, one of the better safeties available in this draft. There's only a couple actually. We have another linebacker that was supposed to go off the board yesterday, Aziz Ojulari. He's kind of an edge. He can be an edge rusher, maybe a guy that could be you could put him on the line or you put him on at a linebacker here. And then you have Yeah, Rondell Moore, wide receiver from Purdue, was pretty good. We have Tevin Jenkins, a good offensive tackle. We have Ashanti Samuel Jr. still available. We got Christian Barmore, he's still available. We got Levi Arazarek, Arazarek, defensive tackle from Washington. We have we got Joseph Asai, edge rusher from Texas. We got Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. We got Richie Grant, safety out of Central Florida. We got Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver from LSU. We got Tyson Campbell, cornerback from Georgia. We got Javonte Williams, him and Trey Sermon, two of the better, running backs to come off the board in rounds 2 and 3. We have Wyatt Davis, offensive guard from Ohio State. He battled injuries in 2020, but had a great 2019 season. We had Efetu Malafalu, Wu, cornerback from Syracuse. We got Devanye or Davion Nixon here, defensive tackle from Iowa. We got Carlos Basham Jr., edge rusher from Wake Forest. We got Calvin Joseph, cornerback from Kentucky. We got Aaron Robinson, cornerback from Central Florida. We got Jalen Mayfield, offensive. He could play tackle or guard from Michigan. We got Jackson Carman, could play offensive tackle guard from Clemson. We had Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver from Western Michigan. We got Creed Humphreys, a center. We got Javon Holland, center or safety out of Oregon. We got Dylan Raduns. He could play guard or tackle. He was basically protecting Trey Lance, who went to the 49ers here. Then we have Andre Cisco. We have Samuel Cosmai. We got Elijah Molden. We got Davis Mills. Hamza Nishardine, safety from Florida State. I'm butchering these names. Obviously, their names I'm not a very good. Aussie Adegiji Wuzu, defensive tackle from UCLA. I mean, obviously, I'm butchering these. I mean, they're probably obviously African descent. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking. I don't mean to purposely butcher their names. Landon Dickerson, center from Alabama. Pat Furmouth, tight end from Penn State. Ronnie Perkins, edge rusher from Oklahoma. Nick Bolden. Tylen Wallace, wide receiver from Oklahoma State. Alman McNeil, defensive tackle from North Carolina State. We got Trey Smith, offensive guard from Tennessee. We got Milton Williams, defensive tackle from Louisiana Tech. We got Jamar Johnson, the safety from Indiana. We got Darius Washington, safety from TCU. Michael Carter, running back from North Carolina. We got Brevin Jordan, tight end from Miami. We got Jabrili Cox, linebacker from LSU. We got Kerryon Vincent Jr., cornerback LSU. Cornell Powell, wide receiver from Clemson. We got Liam Eichenberg, offensive tackle from Notre Dame. We got Cameron Bynum, cornerback from Cal. And we got linebacker Baron Browning, linebacker from Ohio State. So those are just, a few names that, you might be seeing come off the board tonight here. We have the second and third round. You watch those. You can watch that tonight here on, obviously ABC, obviously, NFL Network if you got cable, or ESPN, or if you watch it on, if you got the apps. If you don't have television, you don't have cable, you watch it on the apps. Sign up. You can watch it there, or you hang out with people that are watching it in Discord or watching at home. You hang out with somebody. You can have draft watch parties. I know that's a really big thing, going on. To watch to see what talk picks. Was it a good pick? Was it a good fit for our teams? And I'm not biased. I love my team to death, but I like to see what other teams are doing. I mean, scouting as the other team. Are they picking up good players? Are they picking up players that are gonna be a factor that basically you gotta watch for. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Obviously the first round, the first round, there was, obviously the biggest things were the trades. I mean, obviously you had Chicago coming up from number 20 and trading with the New York Giants, and the New York Giants, basically got an extra first round pick next year, got some picks coming in this year or possibly next year as well. And they traded down, and Giants got their guy. They got Kadarius Toney, a wide receiver. I mean, that was their guy that they were looking at to trade down. But Chicago went and got Justin Fields. I mean, I for one, I'm pretty happy about that for the Bears fans, because now they got a quarterback that's pretty mobile, that can run, they can do some things, they can do some, they got running backs they got there, are definitely, you got Tyreek Cohen, he's very quick, very agile, can be in the passing game. You got Montgomery as well as a back there. You got Allen Robinson there. You got Darnell Mooney, but I'm sure they're going to probably try getting the receiver there, getting the receiver to come out there, and definitely be able to see that. And sure that obviously they have a pretty decent. Bears have a pretty decent offensive line. Obviously lost guys here and there, so if they could shore up the line there as well, then obviously the defense has got to be addressed here. But Chicago had a kind of a down year by certain standards. They had some guys hurt, Keem Hicks notably. So, and the Vikings, we traded down, we traded with the Jets here, and hence why we're gonna have a lot of third round picks here. So I mean, I'm happy we ended up getting I thought we got a good pick. We picked a solid player that fits our mold. We got Christian Darashaw, who was a very highly maybe this year maybe his thing went down a little bit here and there, but I believe he's going to be a tackle that we can use. Obviously Riley Rafe's not there for us anymore, and some of the other guys that we have are kind of just we have to get better at those positions, and we want guys that fit our position, because we like to do a screen. We like those little short passes to Dalvin Cook, and he fits. He gets down there and he'll get up there in the screen and he'll push up and then he's a good solid blocker, good solid tackle. We've been missing that here. I mean, we actually got Garrett Bradbury a couple years ago, a center, but he's been kind of banged up. We also have O'Neal on the other side, the right tackle, but he's been kind of banged up as well. And we just don't have really solid, starters or backups, and hence why we didn't make the playoffs last year, because we couldn't protect Kirk Cousins. I mean, I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is the worst quarterback by any means, but if we don't give him the opportunity to prove that he can be a good quarterback, then we're just doing him a disservice, and we're just a bunch of idiots. So we'll see what the Vikings do. I mean, I think, for the most part, a lot of teams, they did really good. I believe I think a lot of teams just got players that they needed. Obviously Trevor Lawrence, they drafted him. Then later on they drafted Travis, Etienne. I mean, the running back. So they took the running back from Clemson, even though they got James Robinson, who's he was a rookie last year out of Temple, and he came out of nowhere and basically busted on the scene, had 1,000 yards. But you can never have too many backs in this league and day and age. So we'll definitely gonna see how that plays out for Jacksonville going forward, or they do. The Jets got themselves. Obviously they got the quarterback, and they traded later on in the draft. They traded up with us to get a tackle, tackle I thought we were going to probably select at that, but I think that the Jets had him coveted, and hey, when you're making trades and deals, you want to make sure that you're getting the better hand of the deal, and I think we need more picks, we need to get more solid players. Our team on defense as the Vikings is very young now, and we still have Harrison Smith, who's getting older, so we're definitely going to need to get somebody else in the safety position. That's why I think it makes sense for us to have Javon Holland here somewhat in the third round, because I think we're definitely going to need that, since we lost who was that guy that we had Anthony Harris. We lost Anthony Harris, which in my book, yeah, one solid good year for us, but that's it. I just think that hey, we could just build upon what we had last year, and we got Patrick Peterson now. So we definitely brought in a veteran presence at the secondary. I mean, we drafted two young guys last year, and I mean, my man, my man Jeff Gladney, I think he's really got to step it up. Man, who I was really impressed with that we drafted last year was Cameron Danzel out of the University of Mississippi State. I think he showed up as it came down towards the end of the year. He played a lot better, and I know Jeff Gladney had a lot of injuries, so hopefully hopefully we can get that going and that started here. But all in all, I know some people were kind of shocked that the Niners took Trey Lance. I wasn't. I was a believer that Trey Lance should been the quarterback they drafted, and they did. And not to knock Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is got a bright future in New England. I think New England was probably the better spot for him. So that way, I mean, if Mac Jones went to the Niners and had to play in that division where you got J.J. Watt, you got speed rushers, you got J.J. Watt now, you got Aaron Donald, you got that, Rams got a stellar defense. Seattle's starting to, build up their defense up again. You're gonna want to have some sort of a mobile quarterback. You look at Seattle. They got Russell Wilson. You got Kyler Murray on Arizona. Now you got Trey Lance, and the Rams. They have Matthew Stafford. I mean, Matthew Stafford. He's not by any means as mobile as those guys, but Matthew Stafford. Sure he can. I'm sure he can move out of the pocket and he can do some things there. But I'm sure the Rams will draft somebody that they can probably that maybe they can groom and have some like I said, you still have Kyle Trask, you still have Kelly Mound, you still have Davis Wells. Yeah, there's a couple other quarterbacks. I'm just probably forgetting some of these other quarterbacks that are still out there to be drafted. But yeah, I mean that's basically I think most of the teams they drafted according to what they needed, whether with people they lost in the off season, by via because the cap and everything, and everybody's like, well, but I think it's gonna be good. I think because now the talent is getting spread more. Some teams are gonna start getting a little bit better. These teams like Jacksonville and the Jets and these teams that were like we call them the bottom feeders. You call them the bottom feeders, the Bengals and all these. They're the bottom feeders, the teams that just don't whatever. But I mean, you gotta. You just gotta. To me, you gotta. You gotta get your team better. I mean, what did the Texans do here? The Texans, Watson wants to go. I mean, now Aaron Rodgers. We're grumblings now that Rodgers doesn't really want to return to the Packers now, and but now they're saying they're not going to trade him. They're going to make him happy now. I for one, I don't know what you do when somebody's already dead set on leaving. That's I go back to the Le'Veon Bell. He was dead set on just whatever. I mean, you look at Melvin Gordon. He was. You had Jalen Ramsey. These guys didn't want to be where they were, and held some kind of leverage, and basically Jacksonville was smart enough to leverage out of the Rams, and Rams leveraged out more when they traded Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford, and so now Lions got hence Lions got some picks here now. So I mean we can sit here and say these teams are going to be bad, and we just don't know how healthy guys are going to be going in, and still we got COVID. I was talking about it. We're going around COVID. A lot of these players they want to take this vaccination, just like last night at the draft. They let a fan be up there, but they said you have to have the vaccination shot. And of course, the people that you have the vaccination, you don't have to you don't have to cover your mask. You don't have to wear a mask anymore. But hence, you're gonna. I said, do your research on viral shredding. Do your research on viral shredding, and you come and tell me, that things aren't gonna be the way they seem to be, and I myself am not getting no vaccine. Sorry. And you think about all these trial periods and all this, and that's what it is. Now, we got an NFL draft here. We done we can go into talking about the NBA here, but I think it's just majority. Well, we also got the Kentucky Derby here. Let's go look at the Derby here. Yeah, we'll look at the Kentucky Derby here, as we know that is tomorrow. Those of you that are interested in the horses, the ponies, from a man. This is I'm doing this from a man up in heaven right now. Hope he's up in heaven. Well, let's see. People think that God is a as this theory. So is the devil, I guess, and so is hypocrisy, and so is the this and that. I guess it's all theories, right? You know, it's all theories of relativity, right? Yeah. All right. I'm only. I personally don't believe God is a theory, but that's just me. So we definitely got the horses and the ponies here today. Here. Let's see here. You got the Santa Anita Derby winner here, Rock Your World here, and he's hoping that he might actually have a chance to win this race here. Obviously, we got May 1st, which is tomorrow. And it's another it's a special day for me and my great grandmother. She's she's no longer here. She's been gone for a while now, since '06 now. It's been 15 years that she's passed, and the first is her birthday, and I just try to celebrate those people's lives that they're no longer here. I don't like calling them funerals. I just like to celebrate the life that person had, that lived. They were a good person. They were good to us, good to me morally, spiritually, and the things that I hold on to dearly to today. Without those people in my life, I don't know where I would be in my life. Probably be just like all these other weirdos. But I'm grateful and thankful for that. But yeah, let's want to see the. All right, so obviously the top earnings horses is Mystique Guide, Next Go, Sleepy Eyes Todd, and Silver State. So basically, this Silver State man, he made quite a bit of money here. But overall winning percentage here, this horse won 60%. This Mystic Guides won 50%. This other Next Goes won 33%, and then this Sleepy Eyes Todd. And see, this is just basically the top earnings. This isn't the people in the race here, the Derby. But we could show the we can we'll go to my favorite spot here, where I like to to go and look at the so we'll look at the odds here. We look at the odds of And so you got you got matchups here. So you got known agenda versus essential quality. Obviously, known agenda is plus 135 with a money line here. Then you have known agenda and Rock Your World. Known agenda is plus 105 against Rock Your World. We got highly motivated is plus 120 against known agenda. Like I said, these are just, you know. So you got Kentucky Derby Party, you got the promo, you got the Derby matchups, you have the Kentucky Derby week odds, you have the Churchill Downs, this is the next race. We have the props here. So we'll go look in here as far as this is the party. Be active on site throughout the day on May 1st to receive free prizes. One claim per prize. Must have made a successful deposit to qualify. Okay. All right. So there's that here, you know. Yeah. All right. We'll go back to the casino here. All right. All right. So we got the promo here. All right. Hold on. Let me. Oh, I'm sure it's probably the Kentucky Derby thing. Yeah. Yep. Kentucky Derby. All right. Get hyped for the best race in the year here, okay? Let's see here. You got Essential Quality plus 300 is favored to win. The Thoroughbred is 5-0. Trains. Thoroughbred is 5-0. Trains at Churchill Downs and won there in 2020. Rock Your World plus 550. Known Agendas plus 750. Highly Motivated is plus 850. And Hot Rod Charlie's plus 900 to round out the top 5 here. The post position, each horse starting gate is extremely important. Post 14, essential. So basically, essential quality hasn't. So basically, post 14, which essential quality is going to be coming out of, that has not produced a winning Kentucky Derby horse winner since 1961. Now that could be something. That could be something to bet on here if you're looking for a. 7 of the last 10 winners started from post 13 or wider. Notable outside posts at this year's Derby include Rock Your World, he's in post 15, and Superstock is in post 18. And Superstock basically is plus 2,000. He won the last major prep race of the season on April 10th. So it's a little bit, just a little bit of insight to those that want to bet the Kentucky Derby or like to bet the ponies. Like I said, friend Manuel, he's up in heaven betting on the ponies, or quite the opposite maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so let's just look into some of the odds here. We can go into some of the odds that odds of the Derby here. As far as you have the Derby matchups here. We have Derby props here. All right, we got props here. Okay, how many words will be in the name? How many words will be in the name of the Kentucky Derby winner here? One word is plus 700 right now. 3 words is plus 190. Two words is minus 300 right now. Last place horse's saddlecloth number will be odd. So obviously there's no plus money on that. Winning horse saddlecloth number. Saddlecloth 1 through 5 is plus 450. Saddle cloth 6 through 10 is plus 250. Saddle cloth 11 through 15 is plus 100. Saddle cloth 16 through 20 is plus 350. Now, last place horse saddle cloth number will be the 1 to 10 is minus 150. Saddle cloth 11 to 20 is plus 110. Where will the winning horse start? Gates 1 through 10 is plus 130. Gate gates 11 through 20 is minus 170 here. Obviously, because obviously they nobody from 1 to 10 has won this race. But who knows? Depending on the weather, it's gonna be rainy down there or be stormy. I mean, obviously it's raining in Ohio, so I can imagine it's probably wet and rainy. So I don't know if it's gonna be rained out or if the track's gonna be soggier or anything like that. Will a horse win the Kentucky Derby wire to wire? Plus 500 on yes, and no is and hey, if you're betting some money, might as well bet yes that it might be a wire to wire win. Will there be an inquiry in the will there be an inquiry in in the Derby? Yes, plus 350. Will Bob Baffert train the winning Kentucky Derby? And obviously the plus money is yes, plus 1,200. Obviously, the no is minus 2,000. And will Brad Cox train the winning Derby winner? Plus 200. So yeah, so that's what you got here. As far as the Kentucky Derby is concerned here. Let's look at the odds of the NBA here. Let's see about the championships here. Let's see if any of these championship totals have changed here. Obviously, the Lakers to win the NBA championship are plus 340 here. The Clippers are plus 420. Milwaukee Bucks are plus 800. You have the Warriors at basically 10,000 to 1. And you have the Celtics at 2,000. Basically, the Celtics about 3,000 to 1. The Brooklyn Nets are plus 220 here. So basically, everybody thinks the Nets are going to win the NBA championship here. But then you go down and you look at teams like the Nuggets here. They're almost plus 2,000. The Denver Nuggets to win the. Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks to win plus 800. I mean the Utah Jazz. I mean the Jazz. Hey, people were sleeping on the Jazz plus 750 here. I mean that's not too bad here. I mean I'd be careful about this Nuggets team. Once they get. I mean obviously these other teams to bet, but and what do you bet on? All right, tonight we got the Hawks. They're plus 370 on the money line against the Philadelphia 76ers in Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. Yeah, really, it's not really brotherly love because, well, I won't get into that. But Cleveland Cavaliers are plus 230 against the Washington Wizards at home. Tonight, the San Antonio Spurs are plus 160 on the road, taking on the Boston Celtics. The Orlando Magic are plus 630, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. The Brooklyn Nets are plus 120, taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Chicago Bulls are plus 105 at home tonight, taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. We have the Utah Jazz are plus 160 tonight, taking on the Phoenix Suns. The Sacramento Kings are plus 450, taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Probably gonna have LeBron, probably have fucking Anthony Davis. So yeah, those are the oh yeah, I gotta get my My DraftKings, get my daily, get my last promotion here. We get this ticket, baby. We got this ticket, baby. Well, yeah, I didn't even go in yesterday either. I didn't even go in yesterday. That's pretty sad. But out of the whole month, I only missed two on DraftKings where I get my own. Get little crowns every day. I got my tickets here, so um, all right, we got eight. We have 8 games tonight here. An 8 game slate there. And then the Madden streams of this. Yeah, obviously got Australian rules football here, which would be better known as rugby. No fucking rugby here, rule rugby. But yeah, I just wanted to get up on here and talk about the NFL draft. I mean, obviously, I talk about what else is going on in the world today, which everybody doesn't want to believe, but it's up to you. And I say to you, I don't hate nobody. I don't despise people for their choices. But if you sit here and push bad stuff upon us, and bad stuff happens, and no one stands up, then what then? Is it always about being right or wrong? Is it always about being in power and control? Because it ain't simply about money. People think it's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. But money is a thing, but money isn't everything. Notice the way the value of the money is going down, devaluating the dollar. The dollar used to be one of the strongest currencies throughout the world. Now it is being devalued like you wouldn't imagine. Everything's going to this bitcoins, these cryptocurrencies. Um, if you're gonna invest, definitely invest in silver and gold. Those are commodities that no matter what, because silver is a very good conductor for things. Hence why a lot of things have silver in them. Batteries, your cell phones, other things of that nature. They don't use, copper. Copper more or less is getting phased out to more or less silver, or they would call platinum, or whatever you want to. Whatever they want to. But what is the big product? You say it's like people don't understand about Afghanistan. What does Afghanistan have that most people want? Is it the opium? Control the biggest opium trade that there is out there? No. They have lithium. Lithium is what we use for cell phone batteries. Lithium is an element. Those of you that need to have a fucking science class and need to be educated to how things are done. But I caution you people, truly open your eyes to see what is really going on outside. Don't believe all these people that say, somebody says, they say they can love you and they still hurt you at the same time. But most of you, it's because of the mind. They've crushed us subconsciously with the messages, with programs, with this, with that. So it's sent out all these things to confuse you, to confuse your spirit, to confuse your mind, to confuse you, to put you in, to put you in a place where you don't know who to trust. So basically, you're always in a heightened state of paranoia. But these are the people that they don't want your money. They just want to control us. They want to tell you how to live your life. They want to tell you what to eat, sleep, shit, where, what you can use and what you can't use. And they all do it. They all masquerade it around, disease, social economical crises, social injustice, unjust wars. It's all propaganda. But see, some of you've never been and don't understand what propaganda is. Because, like I've said, there is no debates, there is no conversations. It's either you're with it or you're racist or that's it. It's not about having discussion. It's not about that's throw out facts. It's all about discrediting people and labeling people tyrants when they're not tyrants. When the tyrants are the ones pushing the agenda and the ones that basically go along with it, you know. And when you do that, you're basically in a Stockholm syndrome. So basically, what happens when you're in Stockholm syndrome is you become just like your oppressors, and you too will start to oppress on your people and start to oppress on others. And that's the game. That's the game, folks. Like football, you know. This ain't checkers, motherfuckers. This is chess. And these people are playing a game of chess with you. And all of us are pawns. Pawns in a sick game. Don't matter what side you play on. You're in a game. You're being used. You're being manipulated. You're being moved. You're being shared. You're being huddled. You're being shucked. But a lot of you don't want to believe it. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, the reality is what it is. How hard you to tell yourself that you're wrong or you weren't wrong. That's what goes on. But we went on for an hour today. Like I said, get into this NFL here. Start watching some pre-hypes and start watching the second and third round here. Definitely, it's going to be exciting to watch here because I don't really watch anything else. Because all of it is a bunch of bullshit, anyways. I mean, even in sports now, I'll tell you, even in sports, it's all a bunch of shit. It's all the bullshit too. They push the same agenda as the news companies. Because guess what? Guess who owns ESPN? Disney. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And like I said, I don't care if one person watches me, no people watch me. It's all about putting the message out there. It's all about putting the message. It's not being discouraged because you're not being heard or you're not being well represented. It's continually put the message out, just like they do. They hammer home their points. Well, I'm going to hammer home my points. I'm not here for somebody to be my fucking cheerleader and to co-sign my bullshit or co-sign my shit. I do this shit all by my lonely. I came out my mama's pussy alone, and I'm damn sure gonna die alone. Okay? We all came out the mama womb, came out the mama VJJ alone, and then you die alone. Okay? Unless you're some fucking sick piece of shit that just kills you and your family and believes in delusions of grandeur, whether you're Christian or you're non-Christian or whatever. Please take care of yourself and take care of others. And don't be fooled. Don't get fooled again. Because this time it won't be no. There's no coming back from this. Once we're down this, it's for real. And a lot of y'all better be ready. This is Funky Fresh, signing out. Peace, love, and harmony. And please, educate your damn selves. Stop being fools. Please. I'm out.